I'm back again. Happy New Year to everyone. For those that didn't see the videos that I posted yesterday, my apologies that I took them down, but I just felt that I hadn't really done a particularly good job in that what I had shared, even though I do believe very much that they were from the Lord, just felt it was too much information jammed into one video. And also there was an alternative possible interpretation for one word that the Lord gave me that night in December, and I just didn't share it with you, and I had a sense of unease that I hadn't. So I decided just to take them down and share bits and pieces with you over time rather than trying to do such a full video as I did yesterday. So my apologies for those that did see them and for those that didn't. But anyway, let's just start afresh. So rather than what I'd like to start with is to just share with you one word I received on the 12th of December this month. I haven't shared this with you before, but I felt it could be something relevant in the future. I don't understand one of the words the Lord gave me, but maybe one of you folk have heard this term before, or possibly this term will make sense as time develops. So, what I heard that night was a simple sentence. It was, the Natis agreement is ready. Now, I didn't know the word Natis. I didn't know how to spell it. I don't know what it means. But I'm sharing this with you because it's some agreement that the Lord feels is important. And the one, of course, that came to mind was the Trump's peace deal that he's put together to try and solve the situation between the Palestinians and the Israelites. I have managed to find out that that agreement has actually been officially formatted. I don't know what they've called that agreement, but I'll show you a short article photo just to show you a headline on that one. Okay, so this article was put out on the 2nd of January 2019, and you can see the title there, Israeli National Elections and President Trump's Peace Plan. And when you read that article, it goes on to explain that the agreement has been drawn up, but Trump is not going to release it while the Israeli national elections are in progress. So they feel that would be to the detriment of the peace plan, so they're going to wait till the elections are settled. So I'm not sure if that is the agreement the Lord is speaking of, but let's just watch this space. Now, the next thing I wanted to share with you, yesterday when I did post the videos, I mentioned that I'd heard these words from the Lord. I am sick of this Abdullah. Now, I was not sure whether he wanted me to look up the name Abdullah and find out what it means, and it actually means servant of God or follower of God, or whether he literally was speaking about a person called Abdullah. Now, I did a little bit of research on this because I didn't know who Abdullah would be. I didn't realize at the time that the King of Jordan's name is Abdullah, so it's King Abdullah. And this is why I felt I needed to share with you this alternative interpretation, because there are tensions going on between Jordan and Israel at the moment. And this particular article I'm showing you was put out in October because the King of Jordan, King Abdullah, has actually said that he's going to renounce an agreement that he has with Israel to let Israel use some of their land. He's going to take back the sovereignty of that land. So this has caused a bit of tension. And then there is also other things going on that I just wanted to share with you. Now here you can see a picture of Jordan's King Abdullah, and this was put out just recently on the 3rd of January, and it says Jordanian Union encouraging passers-by to trample Israeli flags. And I want you to remember that word trample, because I want to share another word the Lord gave to me last year about trampling Israel, just as that title says. But I'll just show you one other article first. So this also was just put out a few days ago, brothers and sisters, and this is literally what is happening in various unions in Jordan. They have like painted the floors of the entrances of their buildings with the Israeli flag, and they have the dirty footprints going over the Star of David, and they are literally walking or trampling over the Israeli flag in a sign of disrespect. And this has caused King Abdullah to have to, to feel somewhat embarrassed as the Israeli foreign ministers are following this up, because they, of course, are horrified. So just going back to share with you what I was given a year ago from the Lord about trampling Israel. And I actually made a video about this. So this is the actual entry in my diary from the 13th of December 2017. So just over a year ago. And what I saw was a street, a muddy street, and I saw large dirty footprints and clods of earth imprinted in the ground. And then the Lord said to me in a very frustrated and angry voice, "People are trampling all over Israel, and they've been doing this for years." Now, when I saw that article and I saw trampling Israel, and then I saw the Star of David with the dirty boot prints on them, just as I've just showed you, that took me directly back to this amazing word that the Lord gave me, and I was just astounded. And then finally, just to finish off, I wanted to show you this vision which I received on the 8th of January, just a few days ago. And it was just a short vision, and I saw an armoured vehicle, and this is very, very similar to what I saw. And I saw it coming towards me, and this part here of the vehicle was signed, it was a great big sign with these words on it. So this is what I saw, Earth 150, and that was written once again on this part of the armoured vehicle which was coming towards me. Now, I would be interested to hear what your interpretations of this are, but what I did was looked up in the Strong's Concordance what 150 means, and in Greek it means shameful and disgraceful. And in Hebrew, it's a weight or a value of gold or silver, and it's also linked to the coins they used back then, darak and dram. So it was a way of payment where they would weigh the treasures of gold or silver, and that would be the certain weight, and it would be used as a payment. So when I thought about it, what do you think? Is it meaning that judgment or war is coming? What would you think the armoured vehicle represents? Is the church going to need protection? Which is something that I shared yesterday about the church reaching for protective gowns. So the armoured vehicle, and then the reference to the earth, and that the words shameful and disgraceful. Is the Lord just getting a little bit tired of how we're living on his beautiful earth? Does he see it as shameful and disgraceful? And is there a payment to be made for that disgrace. So I'll just leave that with you. A very unusual vision that was. I just like to share these things with you and then just wait and see what the Lord is doing. But praise be to God that He's given us these things to think about. Just keep your eye on the relations between Jordan and Israel and its neighbouring nations. I pray God's blessing on you, and bye for now.